Hey guys, so if I could quote the amazing RuPaul, it's that we as gay people, we get to choose our family. We get to choose the people that will be around us to support us and make us stronger. The reason I brought up that quote is because not everyone's coming out story is so happy in the end, so joyful. But not saying that it's completely depressing either. My coming out story was a little bit different because I grew up in a ridiculously strict and sheltered Catholic family. The kind of families that pray the rosary every single day for the entire month of October. It's not a bad thing. It definitely is not. It's just a little more. It's just a little bit more difficult for you to be who you are, and come to terms with it, and especially to tell your family. Of course, my siblings were the most supportive because, well, let's be honest. I mean, if you love your brother, like the way you love your family, the way you love your brothers, you're not going to be changing it anytime soon. That's exactly what you would expect in the relationship of son and mother. Um, what I'm trying to say is basically when I did muster up enough courage to tell my mom, it was definitely not an easy task because I had spent my entire teenage life trying my hardest to restrain who I was, keep it down, and hopefully just knuckle under and end up dating women. And that didn't work. No. Um, you can't hold this fabulous down. Basically, what it is was that I had told my mom when I was 18 um, that I knew I was different from a while back, and I just had to come to terms with it that this is who I was. I'm gay, and I like boys the way I'm supposed to like girls, and I don't think I should feel guilty for wanting to be who I am. And for most people, their moms are like for your coming out videos, their moms are like, "Thank you for telling me. I love you just the way you are. Still, this doesn't change anything." Um, but in my case, she got really quiet and she started crying and she said, "Where did I go wrong?" And when she said that, I didn't know what to say. I felt like it was more of what I expected, that being who I was hurting my family. And then she got really stern and then she looked at me and she said, "You know what? So now that you have made this discovery of who you think you are and who you know you want to be, I want you to know that I can never and will never be able to accept you for that. So if you want to live the way you want to live, you can't live in this house. So the door is wide open if you want to live the way you live. Because if you want to live under my roof, I have a plan for you and you are going to follow it." And so I stuck it out for 2 more years. I tried to follow her plan, but I started thinking, you know what? Life is about pursuing what really makes you happy, finding the one thing that makes you happy. Call me selfish, but I have preferred to fight for what I deserved, which was my right to be happy. So left. I left, and obviously, right off the bat, things weren't easy. Things weren't easy because, you left home, you weren't ready to leave home, you didn't have enough savings, you just left. Things were hard for the first 4 months. For 6 months, if anything, because I left like in the middle of the semester for university. Um, but basically, what it is that I want everyone to know, if you are going to come out, that it is a big weight off your shoulders to tell the truth to your family It's amazing when they tell you that they'll love you and follow through with what you think unconditional love means as family. But if they don't, you get the awesome privilege of choosing your new family, choosing the people that will be around you to support you and love you and nurture who you are. And that's the best feeling in the world, to finally have that set of people who will love you for who you really are, who love you for the way you want to be in life. I just want to let everyone know out there who is going through what I went through or will be. If you're coming out into a really, really Catholic family and you're worried that you might leave, it does get better. Now, my family is kind of trying to reach out. We're trying to solve things a little bit more. Like, obviously things will never be back to the way they used to be, but you don't necessarily have to completely leave your family, like forever, because I know deep down in their hearts they'll eventually end up missing you, because you are rather a family still. But I want you to know that you shouldn't have to sacrifice your own happiness for the rest of your life just because you're not the mold that your family wants you to be. You have every right to be unique. You have every right to be who you are. You have every right to love yourself and have people love you for who you are and not anybody else. So this is my first video of plenty more. I've been kind of toying around the idea of maybe just having a YouTube channel as like a creative outlet, just to kind of like do rants, do some raves, maybe some, because I do work at Sephora, so maybe some makeup tutorials for people who like needed help, or like just asked, hey, how do you do a simple like, you know, ombre lip or smoky eye or whatever. So if you do, if you are bored and you just want to end up subscribing to like random channels that you don't even know, go ahead. I'll try and keep my videos interesting and more concise, because this one is a really long one, but it is, you know, it is what it is. It's a coming out story, so it's gonna be long. Oh, and guests. There'll be a lot of guests. Some really awkward friends, because, you know, university. Oh, and also, just for you people to know that I am in the U of A, University of Alberta, so I haven't really seen any YouTubers that represent U of A, or Lister for that matter. So, yeah. Catch you next time. Stay
I woke up like this. We flawless. Ladies, tell them say